Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Daybreak 2. I should mention that, I don't know if I did in the previous two, so I'm gonna stick with it. So for now we looked over Old Town, Riverside. So right now the only thing we have left is our new location, which is the Grand Circuit. Then we have a quick check. Yeah, it's just a blue score concert hall. We didn't get to last time because it's closed during the day. And we'll be back to Riverside once we have a location where we can actually fight enemies and all that.
Let's roll, gang.
Ooh, the Grand Wheel. February 20th, 11 AM, 12th District, Grand Circuit. So, this is the Grand Circuit. I'm sure you're no stranger to this place, what with your passion for all things car related. Hey, I drop by to catch the race every now and then, yeah. I also come here during my rounds, since people post 4 SPGs here. Did you hear there's gonna be a Grand Prix exhibition race today? Yes, I read about it in the Tyrell Times. They said Maxim Lugan will be taking part. Ah, then it ought to be a damn good show. You know, it's hard to imagine a bunch of murders taking place among all this peaceful hustle and bustle. Yet, that's exactly what happened. And only 2 weeks ago at that. The actual scene of the crime is in the back alley a little ways away from here. A full 2 weeks have passed since then and now, so I doubt we'll find as many clues as we did in Riverside. Never know till you try. In any event, let's head to the street on our left. It's over in that general area. A new location, the actual Grand Circuit, Zenith 1 shop, and behind it, yeah, there's the big wheel. Yeah, we're gonna have a look around and hopefully we can use the big wheel at some point. Alright, so we have 2 places we want to check. Let's see if we can avoid that until we've seen most of the things here. Well, I've never seen a Z1 car that was anything less than gorgeous. Form follows function, and the function here is speed, speed, and more speed. The result? Peak mechanical beauty. Yeah, it does look kinda nice, doesn't it? Maybe there's going to be a racing part in this game as well that we can play around with? A guy can hope, right? Well, the way things had been going, it was practically guaranteed that I would inherit at ETWS someday. But that's all been foiled up now. It only makes sense that my grandfather was let go, but did they really have to oust my father from the board of directors too? Oh, Lucio! Huh, didn't realize that. Until I read the text. I think this guy's the grandson of the ETWS former president. You mean Mr. Adulti? After what happened in Oration, both he and my father were unseated from their positions. But for his grandson to be working here of all places? Perhaps this is his way of gaining some real-world experience. Hey, it's definitely not a bad thing, taking him down to earth. I won't pretend to know the details, but that probably won't be too far off. The part that truly confounds me is the way my uncle became ETWS new president. All his claims about being an immigration advocate from the start, that was the first I'd ever heard of it.
You're free to look around.
Ooh, racing gloves.
Come back whenever.
We will. Well, trains are my favorite vehicle. That's why I started collecting models of them. But now that I get a better look, the Model C1 cars are pretty cool too. My allowance isn't big enough for both though. Which do I go for? Let's check up on here. The Grand Wheel.
Ferris wheels. Classic date spot. This one's pretty popular since you can see the whole racetrack from the top.
I suppose that makes sense. It's not really pertinent to our investigation, though.
No. But can we still go, though?
Well,
Welcome to the Grand Circuit feature attraction, the Ferris wheel. Its main draw is the overhead view you get of the entire racetrack. Let me know if you're interested, and I'll set you up with a gondola. Gotta admit, I'm tempted. Oh, and who would you invite along for the ride, pray tell? You, Elaine? Really? Not too surprising, is it? Well, I don't care what any of you say. Red Star is simply cannot be beat. I beg to differ. Ingrid is heads and shoulders above the rest. No way. It's gotta be ETWS. They're the best bet, hands down.
All right.
No, doesn't look like anything noteworthy.
All right.
Same. No, unsweetened canned coffee and guarana milk. Okay, so in this one, we need to check every machine when we get to a new area. Good to know. Are you looking to purchase a ticket? That actually won't be necessary. Since all of today's races are exhibition matches, the speedway is open to the public right now. So feel free to head in on your leisure. The Z1 Grand Prix awaits. Ooh, should we? I kinda wanna. Well, admission is free today, so we had a lot more people coming in and out of the premises. That's why we got more security than usual too.
Not this way.
We should take a look at the crime scene first. Yes. There's definitely something to be said for that.
That climbing wall looks like fun. I do wish it were a little taller, though.
I think it's tall enough as is. Not everyone's as fit as you are, you know.
Well, looking to do some bouldering? Just check in with me. It doesn't matter how you're in or out of shape you are. Everyone is welcome. We got multiple plans geared towards different fitness levels, so stop by and work up a healthy sweat. Bouldering, huh? It's like rock climbing, but in a more controlled environment. I'm not sure that a couch potato like me would have much fun with it though. It is very, very good for your health though. It strengthens your entire core and upper body muscles, so yeah, if you want to work that, that's definitely the way to go. Phew, thank Agnès we made it in time. I lost all hope we hit that traffic jam. The shortcut you took was wild though. Where'd you learn to drive like that anyhow? You can cool it with the kudos, brother. All I did was take the optimal route at the optimal speed to get your daddy-os where you need to go. Outside that itty-bitty philosophy, I'm just your average cabbie, baby. Must have been fate that brought you into my seats. You never need another ride. John Dorno's got you covered, brother. Wow, he's a one cool cat. Hey, long time no see, brother. Out of town with the Guild's creme de creme? Nah, I'm not looking to poke my oars where they ain't welcome. But if you and Beauty's blade here ever need a lift, just stick out your thumb, you dig? Yes, we do. Wait, there's someone back there that I miss? Lucio can't pull off a suit for shit. Hey, give him a break. He's making the best of it. Yeah, no matter how far Lucio falls, our bond as the High Bloods is unbreakable. When it comes down to it, he's the only one who can lead us. Yeah, true enough. We're his pals, and pals don't leave each other behind. True. Especially in their time of need. Okay. Don't know what it is, but I'm gonna talk to her first. Oh, the pit girls at the racetrack, all figures to die for. I know I probably take a lot of unseen effort to maintain them, but that doesn't make me any less jealous. Yeah, I get that. Well, fair weather days like these are perfect time for an afternoon beer. How about it, you two? Grab a seat and I'll treat you two around. Hey, believe me, I'd be down if I weren't on the clock. Perhaps you can stop by for a drink some other time.
My stuff can't be beat.
So Max, we could probably get even level 2 with all this food we're missing out on. Oh wait, another one? How do I keep missing these people? Well, don't ask how, but the sound of Z1 cars roaring around the track makes a good beer that much tastier. A symphony of cars vying to outpace the pack. You couldn't ask for better background music. I can see the appeal to that. Not that I'm into cars or anything like that, but I can't imagine people enjoying that. What in the world is this? Couldn't say, but it's bizarre as all hell. Why is it here in the middle of the city? You don't suppose it's an explosive device? Nah, I'm not getting a whiff of anything dangerous. Looks like it's fitted with some sort of orbital looking locking mechanism. If that's all the protection it's got, I might actually be able to open it. Oh? By what means? Marduk gave me a little trick for this kind of thing. Might as well give it a shot. Ah, chest with orbital locks. Certain treasure boxes are equipped with orbital locks that can only be opened via hacking. Ooh. The difficulty may change depending on the security level. Hey, let's go for it. A new minigame.
Access granted. I'm going in.
Quick navigate through the maze by moving with your stick. Alright. So we're gonna make sure we're not that way. We need to use both sticks. The controls are really freaky. Input the code before the yellow meter runs out. Press Y to enter input mode.
That's a good law. Now do me, I bypass the security. I've got control of the system.
Yeah, I gotta try to get a hang of the controls in there, because they feel a bit clunky, but doable. Amber. Swappable in art on the orbit menu. 2 SP. I see. So it's a hacking system that uses Holo as an avatar. Or perhaps I should call it a feature specific to your Holo in particular. Yeah, it renders the projection as a virtual space and then disables it through a specialized procedure. I've never tried it before though. Glad I didn't embarrass myself. Your tricks are of the trade never fail to surprise me. Just try not to use them for anything illicit. Oh, on a separate note, what do you suppose this was doing here in the first place? Good question. Almost feels like they wanted somebody to crack it. It doesn't seem dangerous though, so we can take on any others we find down the road too. Not a speck of prudence in you, is there? Hey, if the person that pushed this all down wants to have a chat with me, I'm here. They can find me whenever.
I think I'll give it a try.
Alright, let's see if I can check if I didn't miss anybody else. Good. So the crime scene is just past here, yeah? Damn, must be blocked off for construction or something. Actually, the CID put us here to stave off any curious onlookers. The public was informed that there was a shootout between rival gangs. They found a few unidentified dissidents here, like in Riverside. Normally, I'd vote to bust this wall down and let ourselves in, but there are way too many people around here. Besides, I doubt there will be many leftover clues to sniff out, like you said earlier. But we might learn something over at the Grand Prix. A lot of people coming and going this way because of it. If we're lucky, we might find someone there who remembers what happened that night. I suppose we have nothing to lose at this point. Yume and Paulette are there too now, yes? Why don't we check up on them? Sure, sounds good to me. I would have just jumped the fence. We should be strong enough for that, right? Notebook. Yeah, I accidentally pressed it before.
Public, yes?
Yeah, but I think they're almost over.
Main, fishing, gourmet, books, yes. Ooh, meal count, sort of thing. Yeah, plenty. Alright, let's head over to the Grand Prix and have a check inside and Maxim is probably gonna win, so let's cheer him on while we're at it.
And that's a wrap! The winner of this exhibition race is Maxim Lugan! He has claimed victory in the prelude to this season's C1 Grand Prix Finals.
Wow, that was rather exciting. I know they broadcast these on the radio and on the city screens, but it's so much more engaging in person. I admit that's totally true. I'm not back into the whole race thing, but seeing it in person is way better than on the TV. You can just feel the machines going by. Yeah, you said it. The champ's been on a roll lately. He's just getting better and better all the time. But he still can't afford to rest on his laurels, or he'll be left in the dust by this year's new rising star. The 1209 Grand Prix is gonna be an event to remember. I can feel it. Well, color me intrigued. Perhaps I'll keep an eye on the finals then. Alright, once things settle down a little, we can start casing the place. I'm really hoping we can secure a win for Ingrid this year. ETWS is really something though. Maxim Lugan won't be stepping down from his throne without a fight. I guess our pit crew's just gonna have to put the work in that much harder. Alright. Yeah, I see Yume, so we're gonna go the other way.
Want some?
Yeah, I knew Maxim could do it. This year's championship title is as good as his. Oh? Don't sound so sure of yourself. I wouldn't be surprised if Ingrid's rising star snatched the victory out from under him.
I'm so welcome to the Grand Circle. In a few moments, you'll get to experience the
Well, Team Leno has been in the rut for several years now. In fact, they are already out of the running for this year's Grand Prix. Still, I'm the type who roots for the underdog more often than not. They'll be back with a vengeance one of these days. You can count on that. I'm gonna grow up to be a race car driver. And then one day I can join Grandpa's favorite team and bring home the Grand Prix trophy for Leno. And for your granddad. At least that's how it sounded to me, like you were trying to make it. Maxim used to drive for Red Star. That's where his nickname the Red Comet came from. But it wasn't until he left for ETWS that he became a breakout success. You can imagine why a Red Star pit girl like me isn't all that taken with him. Is Maxim Lugan the smoothest driver you've ever seen, or what? With him behind the wheel, ETWS has his Grand Prix in the back. Remember to cheer him on, okay? As long as he do well by Yume and come on, Carlos. I don't know why that click didn't work. Maxim never loses his touch, but Aslan's made a real headway taking that second place spot. If there's one thing that gets Razor fired up, it's a worthy rival. I'll bet that boy's keeping Maxim on his toes. Come on. Ooh, let's talk to him from this side. Oh man, that really got my heart racing. You feeling it too, Van? Wait, Van? Hey, I knew you'd come. Wasn't that so exciting? They sure were cutting those corners real close. Well, I only managed to catch the last half, but what I saw was pretty great. Guess that's a red comet for you. Hey, is he on a date? That lady seemed like a real catch. Yeah, no kidding. I feel like I've seen her somewhere before though. Don't be sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. So Van's acquaintance with this crew of street races, is he? I don't recall them lending a hand during last year's incident. They seem like good kids overall. Yep, and we raced with them, so we know they're cool. Oh, excuse me, miss. My name's Juniper. Sorry to interrupt your date, but did you maybe want to watch the award ceremony with us? I appreciate the offer, but we have some business to take care of. Maybe we can catch up about the race after we're done, though. Hey, there's been a new up-and-comer on the scene, a Central Eastern racer named Aslan. Even he's still a few steps behind Maxim Lugan, though. But there's still time before the Grand Prix. How things will shake out in the end is anyone's guess. Hey, that only kept me from seeing the first half of it, but boy, the rest of that race was incredible. Small wonder that a top contender like Maxim took first place. Man, I wanna be just like him. Damn, you ever seen anything so awesome? Watching these Z1 cars from up close had me falling in love with it all over again. Crap, my blood pressure's shooting up. IDs, we're going for a joyride after this. Wait, what? He does want an excuse to put pedal to the metal again, don't you? Hey. Nothing wrong with that. Marielle,
Congratulations on getting first place again! You always make it look so effortless. Tell me, how do you manage to get win after win?
Maxim Lugan.
Ah, well, the years of training helps with that, but my secret sauce is the undying love and support I get from my fans. I dedicate this victory to those wonderful angels in the stands.
Oh, but she knows who it's for.
You've shot your way into my heart, Red Comet!
If only those girls knew what that dork is like when he isn't behind the wheel.
I'm sure Marielle, at least, is well aware.
You may.
Hi, Van. I didn't know you were here. Oh, and Elaine's here too. Hey!
Good afternoon, you two.
Paulette.
Hello there. I don't often see the two of you together. Could it be?
Oh, we're just teaming up for a small job. That's all.
I was only able to catch the tail end of the race, but it was quite exhilarating, wasn't it?
Maxim was super cool. He went like zoom, zoom, and beat all those other guys.
I'll give the man this. When it comes to driving a car, he's in a class all his own. And that said, he's got some competition for once. There's an up-and-coming racer who might actually give him a run for his Mira.
It will certainly be interesting to see who comes out on top in the finals. If he's too focused on the stands rather than the track in front of him, like today, victory might slip between his fingers.
Wow, you're pretty hard on the guy.
I can't wait for the finals. I'm gonna cheer him on extra hard.
I'm sure that will give him the push he needs.
On behalf of the sponsors, the trophy will be presented by a very special guest, the Princess of Alzheim, Zita Oswald.
Ooh, the princess.
Congratulations, Mr. Lugan. That race was a sight to behold. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how you'll fare in the finals.
Well, I suppose I'll have to work twice as hard then. I wouldn't dare disappoint such a lovely young princess.
She's a princess? Wow!
I didn't realize Prince Sharid had a sister.
I hear the Principality is investing heavily into this year's race. I forgot you had a sister. Isn't she a fair bit younger than you?
That's right, although her age belies her intellect. She has a quick wit and a sharp mind, neither of which I can hope to rival. I may be the heir to the throne, but that doesn't stop her from meddling in her hapless brother's affairs.
I think she's about 17 or 18 maybe, but I hear she's wise beyond her years.
It's an honor to greet the champion of the race in person. I truly feel like the luckiest girl in all the world. The dead heat at the end was quite nerve-wracking. I was on the edge of my seat. It reminded me of that famous scene from Perfect Driver 2.
Ah, so you saw that movie. Words cannot express how happy I am to hear that. Ooh, this is my chance to look cool in front of Yume and Paulette. The moment the studio offered me the part of Max, I felt as though the wheel of fate was at work. The character and I shared a number of commonalities, even beyond our similar-sounding names.
Ah, that's quite interesting. I'd very much like to hear more. They say you did all of your own stunts during your racing scenes. Is that true? Oh, and would you consider asking the producers to make Alzheim the filming location for the third movie? I'd very much appreciate that.
It is true though, when movies are being shot at certain locations, it does help drive tourism to that spot, because people just want to see where it was recorded. I've done that myself, going on vacation, not for those locations, but being there, knowing that a certain movie was being shot there, checking things out, and then later watch the movie again, see if I can recognize everything. Yeah, it's very cool.
What's with this girl? Her passion is overwhelming.
Oh, hey, could I get another interview? Maybe this time with both of you.
It looks like that'll drag on for a while. I think we'll go ahead and take our leave.
Not a bad idea. You've got a dinner rush to prepare for.
Hey, Mommy! Can we ride the Ferris wheel?
Yeah, go ride the Ferris wheel.
Of course, sweetie, but only once, okay? I'll see you both later.
All right. Goodbye for now.
Well, it'll be a pain. But we should probably stick around for a while longer.
Yes, we have work to do. Why don't we ask Marielle if she knows anything about this?
Huh? Hey, where'd Paulette go?
Wait, isn't that...
Oh, right. I heard about them from my brother.
After the award ceremony drew to a close, Van and Elaine met up with Marielle. They decided to have a little chat with her in the beer garden outside.
I never thought I'd run into you two here. Did you come to watch the race together?
We're here on business, actually. Van and I have a few questions for you. But first, let's catch up.
Why are you covering a Grand Prix race? I thought politics was more your speed. Entertainment column needed extra hands or something?
Actually, it was my call. I wanted to branch out and try something new. I need to expand my horizons if I ever want to catch up to him. Maybe someday, I can push the bar even higher. That's why I'm charging forward into unknown waters. Full speed ahead!
You're just a bundle of energy, aren't you?
Hey, she's not wrong. Doing a different style of commentary by going into the entertainment, hey, you can definitely learn from that.
Well, if you know what you want to do, I ain't gonna discourage you. Give it your all out there, alright? Make him proud.
I'll be rooting for you as well. We both have a lot to live up to, so let's keep up the good work.
Yeah, thanks for the encouragement. Okay, that's enough about me. So, you mentioned you're here on business, right? Ooh, this might serve as inspiration for my next story. Let's hear it.
Alright, here's the lowdown.
Van and Elaine caught Marielle up to speed on the ongoing murder case.
So, the rumors were true. The police and the CID have been keeping a tight lid on the situation, but that hasn't stopped me from digging into it on my own.
Oh yeah? Well, that makes this easy for us.
Did your investigation bear any fruit?
I guess you could say that. I, kinda, sorta, maybe ran into the culprit.
Oh. Wait, what? Are you serious? You really ran into them? Well, I'm not like 100% sure. I guess it's possibly my mind was playing tricks on me. It all happened 2 weeks ago. I was covering the final qualifying round of the Z1 Grand Prix. For some reason, my camera was acting a little funny that day, so I left in a hurry to get it checked. And because I was in a rush, I took a route that in hindsight wasn't exactly safe. Then I came face to face with a man wearing a black trench coat. He had his head pulled down over his eyes, so I couldn't get a good look at his face. But I realized immediately he was bad news. The moment I saw him, I was totally paralyzed from head to toe. While I was standing there, completely frozen in place, he walked right past me. When I was finally able to turn around, he was gone. next morning I heard there were bodies found near that very same passageway. And the police told the press they were a victim of a gang fight, but I didn't buy that for a second. That's why I started looking into it in my downtime. Well, it sounds like you practiced brush shoulders with the culprit around the time of the incident. It's a wonder you're even alive right now. You really do have the devil's own luck, you know that? Too bad the victims didn't share your good fortune. Well, speaking of, I was looking into these unidentified bodies. Believe it or not, I was able to dig up a name. I think it was Desiree or something? Oh yeah, those guys. We ran into them during one of the R4 SPGs last year. They're a gang here in the capital that had ties to Almata. Those guys have been stirring the pot all over the place since the end of last year, apparently. Well, we received numerous reports of violence, fraud and acts of aggression on their account against other criminal entities. The guild has been keeping tabs on them as a result. From what I heard, they've been uncharacteristically quiet of late. Could it be that they're involved in this case somehow? Are you really think so? Well, the more I think about it, the more the pieces seem to fit together. Maybe. I think it's too early to make any solid conclusions. Except for one thing, you need to stay clear of this case. Start poking your nose where it don't belong and you'll find yourself sleeping with the fishes real soon. Yeah, and since I can't fish nowadays, I don't want to be the one fishing you up. Hey, why do you have to go and put that image in my head? Are you trying to give me a nightmare? Ugh, okay, fine. I'll try not to cross into the line of fire. I'll just tiptoe around the edge. I swear to Ideals. Yes, we need to wrap this case up quickly, for her sake. To recap, we learned two things. There was a survivor of the incident at Riverside, and Desiree may have been involved. What do you make of all this? Is it Desiree's desire, maybe? Well, first I think it's given that Desire's wrapped up in this somehow. Their friends were murdered here 2 weeks ago, so they were probably all up in arms and clamoring for revenge. I bet they charged headlong into Riverside 3 days ago to find the culprits and then got their asses beat. We're still missing a few pieces to this puzzle, but the picture's becoming clearer. What we need now is proof. So why don't we pay Desire a little visit? Wait, you know where their base is at? Oh, I know its approximate location, yes. The guild has been gathering information on them for quite some time now. Their members were spotted in the 9th district. What? The Center Marché? That's right. There's a strong chance their base of operation is located there. Now, but say we find them and crash their little party. Now you're speaking my language. Center Marché has been added to the travel menu. 3 new people. Oh, there's of course Yume and Marielle.
Cheers, everyone!
I'm gonna take this chance to organize my notes from my interview just now. I plan to follow up on those serial murders too, Marielle style. But don't get me wrong, I'm not the same girl who stumbled into a giant drone assault way back when. This time, I'm gonna do my darndest not to hold you or anybody else back. She's a lot more put together than last year for sure. Can't help but worry that she's 2 steps away from an obituary feature though. Yeah, let's hope not. And if we can help or protect her, we'll definitely do that. The Z1 was super cool, and so was Maxim. I was kinda worried though, since he always makes himself look bad at the bistro. He did pretty okay today though, so I'll keep cheering him on next time too. Hey, if the champ himself heard you say that, he'd probably break down in tears of joy. A bit lukewarm as far as praise goes, but at least he got to prove his dignity as a professional. Well, you may seem to have enjoyed yourself. It's good to know this little breather was worth it. You and Elena are still on the job, right? Don't overdo it out there. For sure. You guys take care too. I'll be sure to stop by the bistro again when I can. Definitely. I want to have Ah, we can't even go back to Old Town Riverside. Because I was just thinking that maybe go back to Old Town Riverside just to see if there are any new text since he completed the race. But no, we're cut off.
Let's be on our way.
February 20th, 12:05, 9th District, Center Marché. Markets as bustling as ever. People are packed in here like sardines. Hardly a surprise, seeing as how it's the largest marketplace in the capital, and that's why it's popular with shitty types as well. I can't believe we're coming here together again after all these years. You're telling me it feels like it was just yesterday when we were dropping by to pick up supplies for the student council? That bastard Renee just loved pushing that job onto me. Ugh, wasn't even a real member, damn it. I mean, you may as well have been one, considering how much work you ended up doing for us in the end. Alright, enough reminiscing. We gotta figure out where those desire punks are holed up. Right, let's start by asking around. I'm catching a whiff of something here. Smells like trouble. Maybe I should check the bulletin board just in case. Event markers. Blue, then green, then red.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we got a green and red. Preferably I want to talk to everyone before going to either of those two. Lashkar, are you okay, right? You're not overdoing it. Kinda, I told you to stop worrying about me. You don't gotta come out here on your lunch break to make sure I'm okay. Well, I guess it's pretty far from work, huh? But it's not like checking up on you is such a big bother. I just swung by after picking up some stuff from our apartment. These two are from Crail Village. Kinda worked in a weapon shop. I talked to her there a few times. And that boy, if I'm remembering right, he wanted to become a bracer. Yes, Lashkar. He came by the guild to try out some office work once. I heard they are living in an apartment somewhere nearby. Yeah, I guess they're just trying to look out for each other. I'll be cheering you on, little man. Me too. Anyway, let me know if you need anything. I'll make sure to be here in a jiffy. Yeah, just get back to work already. Well, if this it doesn't satisfy, it doesn't belong at this stall. That applies to my produce and part-timers both. Lashkar, for instance, is a tough kid for his age. He can get a bit overzealous at times, but he's worth keeping under my wing. Old man Romanian here runs the vegetable stand. He also manages the entire marché, right? Yes, his single-minded dedication has earned the trust of those around him, from what I've heard. Sounds like a decent old bloke. Well, as long as he helps out everybody, cannot go wrong by me. So, this is the Center Marché. I guess there's a reason they still call this place the Kitchen of Edith. But this is no time for cold feet. My family put their heart and soul into raising these veggies. I've got to pitch him like there's no tomorrow.
Well...
Alright, check out this store. Welcome. We carry clothes with a variety of labels selected by yours truly. That includes my own original fashion brand, by the way. You should buy some pieces while you can. They'll be fetching a premium once they make it big.
Anything strike your fancy?
Purchase weapons and armor. Yeah, we'll get by.
Thanks.
Once we have some money. Well, I wonder if that request I put on the back of the bulletin board will actually go through to anyone. Guess there's nothing to do but wait and see. Do you suppose he's talking about a 4SPG? Probably. Let's go check the bulletin board. Yeah, we need to go by the rules and not intervene too early. Well, good to see you, Spriggan. Here to look for weapon parts? Yeah, I figured we give you a stock quick scan. I've heard talk of a hardware store with underworld ties that deals in arms to a select clientele. This must be the place in question. Well, I recognize that face. You're that A-rank racer. Before you ask, I already have all the proper seller's permits. On the other hand, you're all welcome to buy whatever you need from me. I may just take you up on that. Any weapon sold here is all above board, so just so we're clear. I spare myself some hassle by being selective with my customers. Feel free to browse the usual stock too, if you like. Alright, usual stock. Ooh. Good options. As always, evasion is in high demand with me.
Come again.
So I won't exchange that for a little bit of defense power. Only if it's a lot of defense power. Oh, I have a penchant for phonograph records, hence the reason we carry them in our store. My husband and I are quite up there in years now, but we always loved keeping up with the modern trends. Being able to share in them with the younger folks never fails to perk me up. Well, this is a second-hand bookstore, but we sell newly published work as well. We also stock the latest board games, which I enjoy as a hobby. Go ahead and browse around as you like.
Oh, hello! Welcome!
Oh, hello!
You're welcome back anytime.
Yes, we will. Alright. Oh, even more stores. How many stores? Yeah. With the name as Marché, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stores, isn't it? My dad's what people call a stay-at-home dad. Some of the other kids make fun of him for not having a job, but they don't have any idea how much work it is to run a home. He still finds time to play with me though, and his cooking is really tasty. I couldn't ask for a better dad. A salmon this big at this price? That's a steal if I ever saw one. But the salmon over at Trout's place is fresher and more fatty. Go for size or go for quality? It's hard to say. I guess that depends on the money you have. Well, we carry alcohols from a variety of regions, both foreign and domestic. A particular note is our wide selection of Eastern imports, including a very limited batch of rice wine from the Far East. Stop by and take a look if you're in the market for some rare liquids.
Hello there!
Just one healthy liquor. You don't need any other kind.
There's so much to see.
This market's bustling. Got more stuff on offer now than they did back in our day.
That's true. The trade business is flourishing more and more every year. It would be nice to wander around here again sometime. When we're off the clock, of course.
Oh, definitely. Let's make that happen. Oh, hello there, Sabrina. Oh, hi, Elaine. It's always a treat to have you stop by. I see you're in a casual wear today. Does that make this a date, maybe? Oh, not quite. I'm merely helping him out with a work matter. Van handed Sabrina a business card and introduced himself. That should say all you need to know. You're on into trouble? I got your back. Anything for a friend of Elaine's. I see. A spriggan, huh? I've only ever heard rumors about them until now. Thanks for the card. I'll be sure to keep you in mind. A spriggan, huh? I've heard the rumors, but this is my first time actually meeting one. I'll be sure to keep you in mind if anything happens.
What can I get for you?
Tuna sandwich and blue soda.
Thanks for shopping.
We'll be back. Yeah, we don't need to go by the entire street. We can do this side first. Making sales around isn't easy, but there's no better place for it than the Center Marché. It's got all the daily necessities you could ever need, not to mention a whole bevy of rare food finds. I think I'll treat myself to a tasty little something before making my way back. Well, the first word Peggy ever uttered wasn't mama or papa. It was welcome. Fancy that, huh? Now, at 6 years old, she's already doing a bang-up job for helping me mind the stand. Haven't you ever seen a brighter, more responsible little girl in your life? I sure haven't. Hiya, welcome to Trout Seafood. We got some tasty salmon in today. You won't find them any fattier than here. Come and get some before it's too late. How could I say no to such an adorable little saleswoman? Yeah, she's putting half the adults in the market to shame with that bitch.
They're as fresh can be.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You cannot start soon enough by teaching them how to be a salesperson. Well, my store offers nothing but the very finest, so don't paw at the merchandise until you intend to buy. Oh, young man, may be lackluster at best, but your lady friend here has a palpable air of refinement. I love to make a regular customer out of her. I'm flattered? At least she got a discerning eye to back up that attitude. You do have a vague whiff of money about you, but you also don't seem the type who's quick to shell out. I'll say this much. Anyone who pays what they owe is a valued customer in my book. Come back anytime if you plan to become one.
Better not be window shopping.
Gifts. Alright. A tassel. Be more than glad to get this if I have ever extra cash. Well, if it ain't Shino. Setting up shop at the Center Marché for the day, huh? Well, this must be the mobile bar I've been hearing so much about recently. All good things, of course. I'm flattered. No doubt I have regulars to thank for that. Are you two, off, duty? Well, despite the plain clothes, no. Then I have some business that needs taken care of. Well, hopefully we'll manage to wrap things up before the sun goes down. I see. Well, here's a little something for you then. Shino's screwdriver. It's on the house. Best of luck with your work. Thoughtful as ever. Good looking out. Yes, much appreciated. We'll stop by once things are finished on our end. Glad to hear it. I'll save you a seat. The Center Marché has such a diverse collection of stores and stalls. The patrons are on the livelier side as well. It's been very educational for me. Well, you're trying out new clientele by setting up shop in different places and times, right? You sharpen up more every time I see you. Won't be long now before you're outshine Bromody. That's a bit of an overstatement, but still, I do hope to reach his level of expertise. Well, Bromody was the runner-up at the bartending tournament last year, correct? Well, I'd say that's certainly a worthy goal to aim for then.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alright, and with that, I think I'm gonna leave the episode here. We'll do the other half of the area on the next episode, and then of course picking up our 4 SPG, completing it, and then continuing on with our hunt for desire at the Center Marché. So, for now, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget, well, to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. So until then, bye bye.